Be free. Had some leftover minnows from yesterday. Figured I'd let them go. I forgot to before I went to bed last night. Look at that beautiful sunrise. When I first woke up, it was pretty crazy. The moon was over there, which is where the sun set last night. And the sun was over there. And I know it makes sense, but it was just weird waking up at the opposite and having the moon setting over there and the sun rising over there as opposed to the moon rising over there and the sun setting over there. If you watch my last few videos, you know I've been camping in the desert where it's been 80 degrees at night. And if you haven't already noticed, I am wearing a hoodie, specifically a hoodie, my merch. These are gonna be gone pretty soon, so if you wanna get one of these hoodies, now it's probably gonna be your last chance. But went to bed in 80 degrees, and it was probably 75 until around 1 a.m. And now first thing in the morning, it's actually decently cold, but falling asleep in 75-degree weather is not ideal. Ooh, that one got 10. I got 1. This is the one I'm most excited about. This is the best rock I think I've found yet. Oh. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that on camera, but that one skipped so far. Had to have been at least 20, 25 times. I think we'll end that skipping rocks on that high note. So I'm gonna be honest, I am kind of over going to bed hot in the back of the van and trying to fall asleep in 75, 80-degree weather. So I think today, once I get camp all packed and cleaned up, I'm gonna head up into the mountains, some cooler temperatures. So hopefully, 1, because I think it'll feel better, and 2, because I need to get a good night's sleep. And today's just one of those days where I have absolutely no plan. Don't know where I'm going. I know I'm going up to the mountains near Prescott, but that's about all the plan that I have for what I want to get into today. So today will be a surprise for me just as much as it will be for you. Also, I do want to say shout out to Sea Eagle Boats for sending me this boat that I used for kayaking around this lake yesterday. They've got all types of boats, kayaks, anything you really want for the water. So go check them out if you're in the market for one. I'll put the link to them in my description. Everything at camp is all packed up other than my Starlink. I always leave that up last, so I have connection until the last possible second. But I'm gonna get that packed up and then we are getting out of here. I'm gonna try to do this in a way where I don't have to keep my door open. There's so many bugs. It's crazy. Come on. Yeah. Also, this crack in my windshield just appeared yesterday. Well, it was only to here. Now it goes all the way across, so gonna have to get that fixed eventually. But I did forget to figure out what my destination is before I unplug my Starlink, and now I don't have service to look up where I need to go. So we're gonna drive out of here and then figure out what the plan is for the day. And it's already getting hot. I'm so ready to be out of this heat. The drive out of here is kind of sketchy for the first like 200 yards over this super skinny ridge. But yeah, there's a part up here where it's basically just as wide as my van that I have to drive over. Makes me feel like I'm gonna tip over every time I drive it. Also, I do need to make sure that my vent fan in the back is closed, because yesterday when I was driving down this road and I got back to my spot, I went in the back and there was just a pile of dust on my bed. Yeehaw! Is that the sound they make? Yeehaw! Anyways, sorry to bother you guys. So I drove about 35, 40 minutes down the road to this little campground to use the facilities. And also, because they have potable water, so I can top off my tank before I get out of here. One less thing I gotta worry about. There we go. She's filling up. All right, I think we're just about good. While I was waiting for it to fill up, I went use the restroom that they have. And a lot of the times, even if I really don't need a full tank, I will top off my water tank wherever it's convenient, just because you never know when you're gonna run into a easy place to fill up again. So it's just easy to do it when you can. And I actually do have service here, so figure out where we're going. All right, so it looks like there are a bunch of spots. I don't know if you can see that near Wolverton Mountain. So we're gonna start heading that way. I think it's about a 2-hour drive. I might head into Prescott first, head into town, pick up some supplies, and then drive up the mountain, find somewhere in the forest to park this thing for the night. We have made it to the city of Prescott, Arizona. Pulling into this Planet Fitness right now. I'll get myself a nice quick workout and a shower, because I've just been showering in the lake for the past 2 days, which is better than nothing, but I still don't feel super clean, so figured I got time today. So I'll get a workout and a shower real quick. So I think I'm just gonna get a quick workout in today. I just recently have been trying to do something somewhat active at least every day. I mostly just came here for the shower though. Honestly though, having this membership is just so convenient because there's so many of these all over the country. There's pretty much one in every single major city, so I can always find one when I need it. And again, this workout's gonna be pretty quick. All right, nice and clean. Feels good to take a shower. I am getting pretty hungry though. I didn't really have breakfast and haven't eaten lunch yet, and it's almost 2 o'clock. So I just looked it up, and there is actually a In-N-Out down the street, which I haven't had in a long time. So I'm gonna head over there, grab that, and then there's this lake. I think it's called Watson Lake or something like that. I was TikTok influenced to go check it out because it looked really cool in some video that I saw on TikTok, and it's super close by. So I'm gonna run over there, grab some food, head up to the lake, check it out, show you guys, eat some lunch, and then I think tonight, since we're going up into the mountains a little bit, actually this time to cooler temperatures, I think I kind of want to cook like kind of a cozy meal tonight, and I've been kind of craving a grilled cheese with tomato soup, so I think I'm gonna try to make some of that from scratch, which I've never done before. I've made a grilled cheese from scratch, I guess technically, but never tomato soup. In-N-Out, home of very mid burgers and fries, but for a great price. Don't get me wrong, it's a good burger. Fries are definitely not good, but it's nothing too special. Hello, how's it going? Can I just do a double meal? So this video that I saw of this lake, it just looked different than any other lake that I've been to, and I was so close, so I figured might as well get some food and go check it out while I'm here. Would you look at that? It's fee-free Wednesday. I don't even have to pay to get in here. All right, let's go find a nice rock to eat our meal on. Look at that. It is pretty cool. It's not just on video, it looks cool. Look at that. Such weird looking rocks. I feel like this would be a really cool lake to go kayaking in. Wow. Beautiful spot to have some lunch. I did finish most of my fries on the way here though. And I definitely do want to come back here at some point and take a kayak out. It would be cool to explore all the little nooks and crannies. I also really hope I didn't offend any hardcore In-N-Out lovers. Don't get me wrong. It is a great burger, and you probably won't find better for the price, but I think that's what makes In-N-Out so good, is the price. Not necessarily the best burger and definitely not the best fries, but for what you're paying, it is pretty good. All right. Let's go grocery shopping real quick, get everything we need, and get to camp tonight. And there we go. Groceries have been got. Stowed away in the back. Heading out, find our campsite tonight. There's a few of them up in the mountains, so I'm just gonna drive up there and then just pick whichever one looks the best, honestly. So I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, so we are about 10 minutes away from our campsite right now. Driving up this Forest Service road, and I don't even know where we are, to be honest. The mountains outside of Prescott. But this road is extremely washboarded out. The potholes are like invisible. They're so hard to see. So you're like right up on them, especially with all the shadows from the trees. But I've driven by a few campsites. I just think one higher up this mountain will be a little bit better because it'll be a little bit cooler. And I want it to be as cool as possible tonight. We're already at 68 degrees. Down at the lower elevation we were at earlier today, it was like 80, 85 degrees. Also, fun fact, I just learned this the other day because of TikTok. But washboards, I don't know if you can see them, the little ripples in the ground. I thought it was just something that like naturally happens on roads like this, whether cars drove on them or not. But apparently it's actually caused by the cars and how fast you're driving and the pressure of your tires can affect how bad the washboards are. And these ones are pretty bad, but they are not the worst that I've seen. We are really getting up here too. You can see the valley down there, that's where we started. Now we're up here. We're gonna try up here. Looks like there's someone up here. I just don't know if there's multiple spots. Looks like there might be one over here. Yes, there is. I'm gonna go ahead and take this spot. Right up here in the trees. And I guess all the washboards knocked something right in my camera because now it's right side up. For those of you guys who don't know, my camera's been broken for the longest time. But there we go. This is our home for the night, nestled in these trees. And I'm not gonna lie, I have been looking forward to doing some forest camping because I haven't been out in a forest in a long time. It's so crazy how quiet it is up here. Got my own little fire pit and honestly kind of a view of the mountain in the distance. I don't know if there's bears in Arizona, but pretty cool little spot, honestly. I wonder what these orange marks are for. Someone can let me know in the comments, maybe. Hopefully there's not too many bugs out, so I can leave my door open. I think honestly, before I do anything else, like getting camp set up or starting to cook dinner, I'm gonna get the inside of the van cleaned out, do my dishes. So I will see you guys when I'm done with that. And there we go, van's clean. This is also a future rhyme because I didn't realize my mic was dead for the next about 10 minutes of filming. So after I cleaned the van, I got the wood out, got camp set up, and by getting camp set up, I mean I set up my chair. Then I started prepping the ingredients for the tomato soup. And I think the only thing I had to prep for this recipe was the onion. So I got that diced up, got the oven preheated, and then kind of just threw all of the other ingredients together that go into this tomato soup to be put into the oven to bake, starting with some canned tomatoes, some garlic, olive oil, salt, sugar, chicken stock, tomato paste, and a chili and adobo. And I just realized my mic was dead. And you got none of the audio since I got here. But then you can mix all of those ingredients together and you kind of have your deconstructed tomato soup, if you will. And that is ready to go in the oven. It is almost preheated. We're at about 350, so maybe another 5 minutes before we can throw that in there. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. I think we're pretty much good to throw this in there. So throw that in and we'll let that roast for just about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. I think I'm only gonna let it go for an hour. That oven runs kind of hot sometimes, but while we wait for that, there's not much else to do. Probably get my fire started in about 30, 45 minutes. So it's ready to go once my dinner's ready, but in the meantime, play some Xbox. And my friend recently recommended that I download this new Quidditch game, like the Harry Potter Quidditch. I'm gonna try and play that and see if it's fun. I feel like the music in this game is very fitting for the vibes tonight.
Welcome to our backyard Quidditch pitch. Before you take flight, let's make sure you're comfortable on your broom. Put yourself in an advantageous position. Let your team know by falling for a pass.
Let's chase the scores the goals.
This game is kind of fun. We won our first Quidditch match, and it's getting kind of chilly out. Played a few games. Honestly, not the most fun game I've ever played, but it might be a little bit more fun if I had some people to play it with, if anyone was online. Got about 30 minutes until this tomato soup is done roasting. It's roasting pretty well, actually. It's keeping the temperature pretty stable, but while we wait for that, there is actually one more thing that I want to prep, and that is the butter mayonnaise sauce that's gonna be used on the bread for our grilled cheese. Technically, I would need some Dijon mustard, but I do not have any, so I'm using some garlic instead. But to make this, it's pretty simple. I'm gonna use my immersion blender, which I'm actually gonna use for my soup as well. I'm hoping this is enough. I'm gonna throw in just a bunch of this butter. Just about that much. Oh gosh. It's probably the pressure from the elevation change. Anyways, just about that much mayo. A heaping tablespoon, if you will. And then just a little bit of garlic. About that much. There we go, our buttery spread ready to go whenever we're ready to cook our grilled cheese, which will be in about 25 minutes. But I think while I wait for that to finish, I'm gonna get out here and get this fire going. Being up here makes me almost feel like it's wintertime. It's crazy how much just a little bit of elevation change can change the temperature. Alrighty, let's get this fire going. Beautiful. That should get up and going in a minute. And it is just about time to take this tomato soup out of the oven. Alrighty, let's see how she looks. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful. Now I just gotta hope this immersion blender is powerful enough to blend all this up. And we're just gonna blend this up until it's all nice and homogeneous, basically. It's so hot, splash up in my face. There we go. I think that is just about good enough. And then the final step, so we get a nice silky soup. Let's put it through this little strainer. This thing is pretty cool. It's got a little hand crank on it so that I can help move the stuff through the strainer. It's also coming out the side a little bit. There we go. We're left with this nice, silky smooth tomato soup. Oh, that is so good. It needs a touch more salt. Now that we're done with that, we can move on to our grilled cheese, which is a pretty simple process. I'm sure you all know how to make a grilled cheese. First things first, get a pan out, get that nice and hot. And while we wait for that, I'm gonna keep the burner on this soup to keep it warm, just on low. 2 pieces of bread. I'm choosing sourdough. You can use whatever bread you like. Take our butter spread, generously lather one side of each piece, like so. Make sure you get full coverage. Then you can add the trifecta. In my opinion, it's not a grilled cheese unless you put American on it. There's just no cheese that matches the meltiness of it. Is it a real cheese? No. Does it taste good? Yes, that's all that matters. A couple nice slices of Gruyere. Just like that, and then we'll top it off with just a little provolone. Throw that bad boy in the pan. And then after just a few minutes, we can go ahead and flip that. Absolutely stunning looking grilled cheese sandwich right there. Give it a little cheese pull test. Oh yeah, not quite there, but we're almost there. All right, I think this is just about done. All we gotta do is finish our soup and we're eating. So I got this nice new fancy bowl to make it look super cool. And then off camera, I chopped up a few chives because green just makes any dish feel a little bit fancier, and who doesn't like feeling fancy? Any kind of green. Some dishes parsley works better, some dishes cilantro works better. And then others, chives. Look how it just makes it look so much fancier as a dish, even with just that, but that's not all we're adding, because I just found these in my fridge. Some bacon bits. Throw some of those on there too. And then just a dusting of Parmesan cheese. Beautiful. Look at that. So good. I also threw in a bunch more bacon because why not? But that is spectacular. Cheers. Oh. Oh my God, that is so good. Wow. I feel like those cheeses go together so well. It's like the perfect level of chemical with the American cheese, nuttiness, cheesiness. Campfire meal doesn't get much better. And it is the perfect temperature outside for this. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the rest of this beautiful tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich. Catch you guys on the other side. It's getting cold out there. But dinner was absolutely delicious. No complaints. I will say though, I think over the last year and a half, 2 years, however long it's been that I've been doing this kind of travel stuff, staying in the van, staying in the mini truck, I do have a much better time when I'm with other people. It's great to be out here and have that peace of kind of being alone. And I think I've kind of tried to start to do new things in my content and find ways to do things with other people more because it's just more enjoyable and it makes life more enjoyable when you have company to share it with. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily lonely, but sometimes I do feel really alone when I'm out here. But anyways, I have got to get all these dishes done so they don't stress me out all day tomorrow and then get to bed. So I will see you guys in the morning. Morning. It is a beautifully chilly morning here in the forest, and I genuinely think I got the best night's sleep I've gotten in a full week because of how cool it was. It felt absolutely amazing, but the sun just came up. Now I'm trying to get an early start because I think I might be continuing my drive westward today. Also, some of the pains of working from the road, trying to get some stuff uploaded for a video. And I don't know if it's gonna focus, but it says 110 hours. And 51 minutes until it uploads because of my service. Hopefully, once I get back down in the valley, I'll have a little bit better. But sometimes getting these videos up on time is quite the challenge with hotspots and my phone's Wi-Fi. I think that is it for this video. Enjoy my coffee, kind of in this peaceful silence of the forest, and then drive all the way back down that road to civilization, on to the next spot. As always, truly appreciate you guys watching. If you like this video, you like the channel, think about subscribing, and I appreciate you guys so much. And on that note, I will catch you guys next time.